Welcome to today's Seidokan Saturday Kempo edition. Today's Kempo for EQ, first Q brown belt that I teach, is number 20 in the Nixerio old school Sunny Gascon Goshinjutsu Kempo organizations. The technique involves evasion and coming in. Now, when I was taught it originally, again, we're coming off of a straight punch, which is always sort of an iffy proposition, but I'm going to show you with both, so we'll do a straight punch and then a street punch, okay? So coming off the straight karate punch, which nobody does, but it's a great, safe training learning, as long as we eventually up it and put it into other contexts. But when I was initially taught it, it was move away and then move in. Now notice how long he would have to stand there if I tried to do it. If he throws a second punch off of an Oisugi Gyakuzugi combo, I don't really have much going on. And the idea is to hit his arm and his neck at the same time with this strike. So we'll see this in Shinto, for example. Okay? But instead of coming all the way around like we do in Shinto, this is just straight in. So rather than think of it as a full evasion and then coming in, I teach it as a loading and then coming in. Just kind of turning my back, so as he's throwing from a Street Fighter punch, I'm just moving here. I'm not, if I pulled all the way away, go ahead and swing through. Right? Maybe I could use that to brush by, but by then again, he's throwing another punch. So how we perform this, even in the safe environment of a straight punch, will set us up for success or failure later of this technique in a more realistic context. So from the straight punch, I want to get in before his punch is even fully extended. So the move from here through the short cat and in is pretty much all one move. Okay, switch sides with me. So again, from the same thing from the other side, fighting stance, street punch. If I go back here, maybe I get hit, maybe he swings through. I don't know. But now I'm kind of out of position. If instead, I just think of it as coming in, and I'm just short loading. From here, short loading and straight in. Okay? So from the karate safe punch again, short loading and in. I want to get here right away. Collarbone, not neck, so it's a pushing, hitting biceps and collarbone. Then we whizzer, wrap. We're going to leg hock or osotogari. And again, the difference between a leg hock and osotogari. Osotogari, swing straight through. Calf to calf, bam. Leg hock, little pop at the knee. Okay? So after I strike, whizzer, leg hock, at the same time, tiger's mouth strike. Now let's come over close to camera because this is a beautiful thing. Uechi-ryu focuses on this hand position a lot, and this is one of the strikes. Now in Uechi-ryu, sometimes they'll strike it with the thumb, but often it's here. In sumo, this is called a nodowa. Now they're not allowed to close and grip the throat in sumo, right? That would be terrible, but they do push and get up into the throat when they're wrestling. So when I have the whizzer, I've hit him and whizzer, then I come in with my tiger's mouth. It's a two-phase strike to the throat and then gripping, closing in, okay? As I do this, then I hit the leg hop. So come back over here, whole thing again. Short stroke, strike, gripping. For friends in the dojo, please don't grip, because as he falls, that's a really leg hock. Let him fall. In real life, I'm holding him up for the elbow in the throat. Then I follow with a punch, turning his head sideways, and a strike to the temple. Last time. So all those little things. Short, not a full pull away and load. Don't have time for that. Short twist and in, whizzer, tiger's mouth, leg hock, or osotogari, and then I'll show the finish. Quick in, whizzer, tiger's mouth, grip, holding, punch, his head turns, creating the nice flat for the temple and side of the head. Hey. Kempo Yakusoku, number 20. That's our technique du jour. Get in quick, wrap him up, control the takedown, finish. Thanks for joining. There are variations of this. Again, if you were to look up Kempo combination 20 or Kempo with an M defensive maneuver number 20, you'll see various people doing it different ways through all of the break-offs of how Kempo is taught these days. That's the way I teach it. It's the way I learned it 35, 40 years ago. Still doing it that way because it works. There are some stance things that I've adjusted for myself, cat, and so forth. But that's it. Thank you for joining. Like, share, subscribe. And as always, until next week, let's keep practicing.